Do I love my job? Can't say that I don't. I'm Spencer Warfield, and I am the temporary manager of Royalty Cinemas here in town. It's a very lovely establishment. We had about 1 year of renovations, and today is our grand reopening. Nick, I'm filming. I'm sorry. Don't cut. Don't cut. But that did feel flat. Was that flat?
Now, they go on about this later in the movie where Dilios is telling the story back to the records, the 300 Spartans. And they go on to talk about how this is kind of like, like here his hands are steady, and he's going to say his form, perfect, as he stabs a wolf through the mouth because he's caught inside of this chasm where the wolf's getting in. And it represents how it goes on for the rest of the movie, where the Spartans funnel in all the Persians into the hot gates, where it's this narrow corridor where there's numbers count for nothing. Pretty cool, right? How they relate the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie?
I gotta wipe up the counter.
Oh, okay.
I came from pretty humble beginnings, if I'm going to be honest here. I got my first Mercedes when I was about 19 years old, crashed that at the age of about 20. That was a really, really tough time for me. I got my next car, a Bentley, Clarissa, amazing car. When I was 23, crashed that at 24. I got rear-ended. If you get hit from the back, it's not your fault. Insurance covered everything, but it was tough for me. But it taught me that you should value what you have. And for the biggest part of my adult years, I'm not too old, but at this point in my life, Royalty Cinemas is that next automobile for me. It's that next Bentley. It's something that I do value and I care, and I don't want Royalty Cinemas to get rear-ended. We got sideswiped, which is why over the last year we've had these renovations. We've had people come in and make this into a magnificent establishment. But I'm doing my best to hold this place together. Myself and the rest of the staff here. And again, as the temporary manager, I want to do my best to not only instill a sense of passion in my employees and my staff, but a sense of responsibility. To look at Royalty Cinemas as if it is their Bentley. Time to rile up the troops. Hey team, listen up. I just want you all to know that you're not just checking tickets here. No. You're not just popping popcorn. You're not just pouring soda, iced tea, and/or water. Not at all. You are changing lives. You're bringing entertainment to the masses for the low price of $14.95. Keep note of that. What you're doing here is bringing joy to people. So hold on to that. Know that you are worth something, but also know that we do practice equality here, which means that no, there are no discounts for senior citizens. There are no discounts for children. There are no discounts for people who decide to show up before 3 o'clock. No. Equality at its finest. If you have any questions, concerns, and/or comments, please forward them to Joy, and she can appropriately relay them to me. Scott, you are definitely paying for that, I'm sure.
Take it out of my pay.
Absolutely. Have a good one, guys.
I'm Matt. I've been here for 5 years. That guy in charge, Spencer, our boss, he can be a bit pretentious at times. And I really don't care much for his antics or of that of my coworkers. And especially not the owner, John.
I'm a firm believer that first impressions are everything. Spencer Warfield is kind of like alcohol. Too little, nothing really happens, but you still get that taste. Too much, and you start regretting your life choices. Scott Cruz, no relation to Tom Cruise or anything, but since you asked, on exactly 28 different occasions by 28 different strangers, I've been told I look exactly like him. They said I could be like his son, cousin, or time-traveling grandpa. You know what? I don't see it.
I was in the Army for quite some time. I was an officer, actually, which I'm quite proud about. Did that for a number of years until I got medically discharged. I had bone spurs. I really had bone spurs. Not joking, not a bunch of BS. But that also instilled a sense of hard work inside of me to really, really hammer down and fight for what you think is important to you. I thought this country was important to me. It still is. But now, again, Royalty Cinemas is now the most important thing in my life. But I do miss those days. It's never too late to defend what's important to you.
Day 697. We've had 0 customers come in all day. Of course, that's Spencer's fault. Anyway,
Nick!
I'm here.
My office. Now.
What's this about, Spence?
Nick, no time to explain. My office. Now. I don't want to make a scene in front of the rest of your colleagues.
Be there in 5.
Now, Nick.
I'll be there in 5.
1.
2.
There in 1.
2.
1.
2.
1.
2.5.
1.5.
3.5.
0.5.
I'm
Now.
confused. Not sure what that means.
Now, Nicholas.
Oh, we're yelling now.
You made me make a scene. Nick.
Oh, you want to go? No. If I get up.
Nick, I do not want to go. I want you to come to my office right now, please.
All right. All right, let's have a talk. Let's go.
Have a seat, Nick.
What's this about, Spence?
How many times do I need to tell you to not wear that hat while you're on duty, Nick?
No hat, huh? Couldn't just tell me this downstairs real quick?
I didn't want to embarrass you in front of your peers.
Peers? You comparing me to these civilians? My peers? They're not warriors like us, Spence.
That's fair.
My buddy, as he lay on the ground, bleeding, innards spilling onto the sand, gasping for air, looked me dead in the eyes and said, "Nicholas, take this, my favorite hat, and wear it always. Unless your boss at your crappy part-time job tells you to take it off."
Holy biscuits and gravy.
What?
You got that hat with the gift card that Joy got you for your birthday.
How the hell do you know that?
Because Joy only shops at the Goodwill and or Marshall's, Nick. I know everything that Joy does. We're friends.
Touché.
Keep the hat, Nick. But remember this. I spared you.
Spared me. Is that what you did? I think I spared you. It's a nice picture.
It really is, isn't it? I got a great new frame for it as well. I cannot be happier with how it came out. You see this? I was so young and youthful back then. You should really get one for yourself. I'm sure you have some Sergeant pictures that you can use for this. Here, please.
Where'd you get that frame from?
Got it from Target, actually. Or Target is like all the cool folks say, right? All these civilians out there. But I really do love this. It's great, man. I'm really happy that you liked it. But yeah, don't wear the hat again. Today, it's fine, but come on. Thanks, Nick.
This isn't over.
Wow, that was intense. Nick gets all up in his feelings, as the cool folks like to say. But yeah, that was a 9. That was a solid 9, I would say. I haven't really seen him go that hard in the paint before. That was a bit much. Yeah.